And it's PLB with MLB News, back with another video. And today's video is going to be the second video of my opinion on every Copa Diversion hat. If you have not seen the other video on the channel, I'll put a link to that in the description below. If you like this kind of content on the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you will get notified whenever I upload. Make sure to check out my basketball channel. It is PLB with Basketball News, and my football channel, PLB with Football News. We started off with, we left off with Hartford Yard Goats. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't really like this Hartford Yard Goats hat. The same with a lot of these hats. I don't like the logo, and I like the hat. I just do not like the logo. Moving on to the llamas, I'm going to talk about this for a minute. And look at this. This is pretty creative right here. As you should be able to find mouse moving through right there. And the logo is what I do not like. And also, I'm not a big fan of the orange bill. They had a green bill last year, and I like that a whole lot better. So, the Llamas Day Hickory hat, I just do not like. The logo does not look very good, and I just do not like this hat. Moving on to the Hillsborough Hops, and this is a good hat minus logo. The logos for some of these are just so bad. And next we're going to move on to this hat. This is probably one of the worst hats. This is such a bad hat. Where in the world did that logo come from? What a bad logo. Moving on to this hat, where I think it's a pretty good hat minus the logo. The logo ruins it for me. Next we go to the Kannapolis Cannonballers one, where I think this is a pretty nice hat. I like this hat. I think it's one of the better ones. Moving on to this one, where the green and the red, just as two colors, do not mix well together for me. Moving on to this hat, where I don't like this hat. And that's just because the logo really does not look that great. The black does not look that great on the hat either. I like the bill and the color of the bill. I just don't like anything else on the hat. Now we move on to Lakewood Blue Claws one. This is a pretty creative hat. I'll have to give them that. And I like this hat. I don't think it's one of the better hats though. Moving to a similar hat, close to like the Cannonballers right here, and the Lancaster Jethawks, but I think this is better. And I think this is a pretty good hat. I like the logo. One of the few ones that I actually do like the logos. The logo on it. And I think this is a really good hat. Moving on to Lansing Lugnuts one. I'm not a big fan of this hat. I just don't like that. I don't know. This is probably one of the worst hats again. And that is just because I don't really like this hat. I don't like the logo. Don't really like the color blue. Moving on to the League Iron Valley picks. Now, I do usually like red and blue hats. Red black hats. And I still do on this hat. I just do not like the logo. Moving on to Lexington Legends, where this logo is really terrible. I think one of the worst logos. Moving on to, and then moving on to the green that they have on their hat looks pretty bad too. Moving on to Louisville Bats, which I think is a pretty creative logo. I think this is not the best hat, but I think it's a pretty good hat. And the next hat is a pretty good hat, minus the green. The color of green right here just kind of ruins it. And the logo's not that great either. Moving on to the Montecito Nuts. I think if they got a better logo and they got rid of the green bill, this would be a lot better hat. Moving on to a hat I like pretty well, which is the Pelicanos de Myrtle Beach. And I think this is a pretty nice hat. I think the logo's one of the more creative ones. I like the bill. I like the half and half, as you probably know by now. Moving on to the Nashville Sound hat. I understand why the two guitars are on there, because Nashville is nicknamed Music City. I like the green in the back of the half and half hat, and this is an okay hat. Moving on to the New Hampshire River Cats, which I think this has to be one of the worst ones in this video, and that is just because I don't like this hat. I don't like the yellow. Moving on to the Norfolk Tides. The logo is okay. The orange and the white half and half looks pretty good. With the black, that looks pretty good in my opinion. Moving on to the next hat, where I don't like the half white and half black with the logo. Something about it, I just don't like it. Moving on to this hat, which I think is a pretty hat, minus the half and half being white in the back. I think if it was orange in the back and white in the front, it would be a lot better of a hat. Moving on to this hat right there, and this logo and the green is not very good on this hat. I just don't like that hat, really. And next is the Pawtucket Red Sox. An all-white hat, I mean, really? That's pretty bad, in my opinion. Moving on to this one, which is a pretty good hat. I mean, it's simple, but I think it's a pretty good hat. Moving on to the Reno Aces one. And this is an okay hat. Moving on to the Richmond Flying Squirrels, and I don't really like this hat. The logo is okay. The green is okay. Okay hat. And moving on to Rock Express, where I think this is a pretty good hat. Better than the Richmond Flying Squirrels, but also not that great. Moving on to this, which is a pretty good hat. I'm not a big fan of the logo, but the half and half yellow and blue looks pretty good. Next is the Salem Sox. And why is the white in the back? That's my question. Next is the Salt Lake Bees. This is actually a pretty good hat, I would have to say. It's an all-black hat, which is pretty... I do kind of like the all-black hats. And I think this is a pretty good hat. Moving on to the San Antonio Missions, which is an okay hat. Moving on to the San Jose Giants, which the logo ruins it. I think the yellow I can deal with on this hat. The next hat I just don't like. I don't like the logo, don't like the green. Next is a Scranton Wilkes-Barre, where this is a pretty good hat minus the logo. Next is the Tacoma Rainers. And I'm not too big of a fan of this, but it's okay. Next is the Trenton Thunder, which is a pretty good hat, I would have to say. Next is Charlotte Knights one, which is pretty good. Their logo is okay. The green is okay, mediocre. Next is the Tri-City Dust Devils, which I'm just not that big of a fan of. I just don't like the logo. Next is a hat that I'm not really a big fan of. Moving on to this hat, which I don't really know how I feel about this hat. I like this hat, but I just, I don't know. Next is the Winston-Salem Dash Cupid a Lot Diversion hat. And I think this is pretty good. Once again, I think it's simple, but it works. And the last hat we are going to be doing is this one. I think they are an affiliate of the Brewers. And this is an okay hat, minus the logo. I don't like the orange really either, but I can deal with the orange. The logo is not that great. Below average for the logo. So that's going to be the end of this on the of me doing my opinion on the Cupid a Lot Diversion hat. If you do like the kind of content on the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I upload. And if you want to see me do this with South Atlantic League team hats, single A, double A, triple A, make sure to leave a like on this video, and one of those could be coming soon. Don't really know when, but it could be coming soon. Thank you for watching, and I will be back with more videos soon.